viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, să mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Ce ale, nu știu ce să aleg. Dar ce ale. Nu te teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri eu, yeah. De ale. Dar ce ale.
Știi, avem o singură viață și nu
știu
prea
ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life. Learn it, love it, live it.
And welcome everyone to another deadline stream on this channel just ahead of Gaming 22. First of all, good morning everyone, depending on which country you're watching, or good evening maybe. Thanks a lot for joining so early, really appreciated. Yeah, FPL is finally back. It feels like eternity, as I said before to Hil Sayed. Batman, thanks a lot for joining. Not Nepo, hi. Good to see you here again, and Carlos Weil also, thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate it. How are you guys first? And then we're going to discuss about Fantasy Premier League, obviously. Today, I made my move already 2 days ago, I think. I think that I'm going to use just one free transfer. I'm going to roll the other one. And yeah, pretty much that's it. How are you doing, guys? First, before showing you my team, then if you want also to for me to rate your teams, please send me your teams on Twitter. You have the links into the description to all my socials if you want your team rated. We have time today. I made my moves. I'm pretty much locked in with my team. I have just one benching headache, which probably I'm going to make a ball for you to help me a little bit. But yeah, Yeah, it's hopefully it's looking like everything is working okay. Gabriel writes again. Yeah, just interesting. So happy I got Gabriel early, let's say. Yo, hi Batman, thanks a lot for joining. How are you? All right, let's move to my team. I'm going to try to discuss a little bit about what am I planning to do with my team. Morning, Nerdy Geeks, thanks a lot for joining. Really appreciate it. How are you? Hopefully everyone is doing fine. And let's move here. Now, this is my team. Again, I said that I'm pretty much locked in. Now, as you can see from the screen currently, my captain armband is on Hugo Ekitike. Let's see if that's going to still be there by the end of the deadline. But my only, if you watch this channel this week, or if you watch me on Twitter, on X, you know that I sold Cunha. This was my transfer for this week. I sold Cunha and bought Enzo Fernandez because, again, I think that I will want to have some Chelsea players for the next 6 game weeks, and it just makes made a lot of sense to just buy Enzo Fernandez now. Cunha with 2 tough fixtures, so he was always going to be a sell for me. I didn't have enough money to go for Bruno Fernandes directly, but I think that also I think that I would just have gone with Enzo anyway instead of Bruno. Foden probably is going to be sold at some point for Bruno Fernandes, for Cole Palmer. My initial strategy was to get Cole Palmer, but with all the speculation about Cole Palmer's injury, with all the comments from the coach, again, I just don't think that I trust Cole Palmer at the moment. I'm going to leave that decision by gaming 24. If I really want to go for Cole Palmer, I'm going to buy him in gaming 24 when the fixtures are truly amazing for Chelsea, if you saw them. But for now, I've gone for Enzo Fernandez. And the only benching headache for me is who to start between Alderete and Lacroix. Now, if you watch my content this week, you know that I was all week I was playing Lacroix instead of Alderete. Right now, I switched to Alderete because he's playing at home. Sunderland are a really good defense at home. Both are pretty good for defensive contribution. So I think that this is a really close decision. But yeah, please let me know, what would you do? Would you play Lacroix? Would you play Alderete? Hi Govindra Govindsami, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Hi Frank Golding, also really good to see you here again. Can't wait for Premier League. Yeah, same. Also, Liverpool are playing today and they're playing against Burnley. So for sure, let's. I just hope that I'm going to see a win for Liverpool today. Morning. Feel a bit demotivated from FPL recently. Yeah, I guess I got 2 green arrows in the last 2 game weeks, so I'm still okay. Again, it's really easy to get demotivated if your rank is not, I don't know, amazing or anything like that. If you see that a lot of things are not working, but again, for me, I'm still going to play the game, even if I'm going to be 2 millions rank or something like that. I'm still going to play the game, trying to get as good as possible until the end of the season. So yeah, at the end of the day, you just need to accept that it's about football. It's a game about football. Luck has a big part involved in this. If we're talking about luck, just look at my team. I had Thiago for the last 2 game weeks and he scored 5 goals. Now, again, uh, Thiago is a good pick, but nobody expected him to score 5 goals in the last 2 game weeks. And I was a little bit lucky. I was in a situation where I wasn't forced to sell Ekitike. I wasn't forced to sell any other player. And I wasn't forced to buy Ekitike by selling Thiago. That's what I wanted to say. I sold Mateta at that time to buy Ekitike, and now I have both of them, which are, I'm pretty happy to have both of them for this week. Start one, O'Reilly, Rodon, Richards. Uh, I think that I would start Brodon, honestly. I think that I would start Rodon ahead of Richards and O'Reilly. Again, I just have I don't know, a feeling that Man United can score in that game against Manchester City, and also with O'Reilly, you have all those doubts. Now, for what's worth, I think that O'Reilly is going to start, but are his minutes going to be great? Are you? Can I guarantee you that O'Reilly is going to start against Man United? No, of course I can't. So that's why probably Frank Golding. I would just start Rodon, who's playing against Fulham, and he's playing at home. So Rodon for me is a pretty similar player to Alderete, as you can see from my screen. Leeds and Sunderland are really good teams at home, defensively also. So probably Rodon there. Greetings everyone. I want to remove Cunha for I have Foden, Saka, Gordon, Jorginho. Thinking of taking -4, take out Keane for Timber. Money, no issue. Your thoughts? I'm not sure if you have Gabriel, but if you don't have Gabriel already, Govin, probably I would just buy him instead of Timber. Other than that, Keane probably is a sell. I don't think that I would take a -4. I don't think that I would take a -4 to remove Cunha, honestly, because again, I sold Cunha to Enzo Fernandez. I had 2 free transfers, but for a -4, I don't think that I would have done that transfer. Because Cunha, if you're forced to play Cunha in Game Week 22 against Man City, it is what it is. It's not such a big problem, because other midfielders are not great either. I mean, Soboslai, Foden, Rogers, are these miles better than Cunha? Probably not. So I'm not sure about that -4, but if you want to sell Cunha to Enzo for free, I think that's a perfectly good option. O'Reilly or Richards, really confused on who to start, tempted to start O'Reilly. Uh, if I had both, I don't know. I mean, with Richards, he's pretty good for defensive contributions. That's the only problem. And you have all those doubts about, is O'Reilly going to start? Is he going to get 60 minutes? Is he going to play as a left back? Is he going to play as a number 6 for Man City? I'm not sure. If you want to go safe, probably I would just go Richards, but I understand why you want to start O'Reilly, because if he's starting and playing good minutes, that could be a nice feature for attacking returns. Alderete over Lacroix. I'm still debating, Batman. I'm still debating. I'm going to make a poll probably right now. Let's see by the end of the deadline. What are you guys recommending me? Who would you start? So, all week I had Alderete starting, so it's a really close decision. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to start Alderete or Lacroix. I think that both are, as I said before, both are great for defensive contributions. Probably both of them are going to get defensive contributions. But Alderete is playing at home. Sunderland are really good at home. And Crystal Palace didn't impress me a lot attacking wise in the last few fixtures. Let me just start the countdown. We have 2 hours left till the deadline, so I'm still not sure. I feel I made my team way too template and my players are just not performing. It's crazy. I've had so many mediocre weeks lately, but I think I'm gonna roll. I'm so lost. If you don't know what to do, just roll. It's never a bad time to roll the transfers. Uh, I made one transfer this week, but to be honest with you, there aren't a lot of exceptional picks to go for. If you want to buy a defender, who are you gonna buy? If you have Gabriel, I don't know, Van Dijk. As you can see from my screen, if you have this type of players, Crystal Palace defenders, surely you're not going to buy any defenders. Probably Chaloba is one for the future. If you want to buy a defender, and that's it. If you want to buy a midfielder, Rogers, Enzo, Tavernier. I mean, these are good, these are decent picks, right? But other than that, there isn't Declan Rice. Okay, I forgot about him. Declan Rice is a good pick in midfield if you want to buy him, but there aren't a lot of moves you want to make for gaming 22. So that's why rolling in this gaming, reassessing by gaming. In Gaming 23 also, I think that we're not going to have a lot of transfers to make, but from Gaming 24 onwards, a lot of people are going to use their wildcard, And if you're going to have some free transfers, if you're not planning to use the wildcard in 24, then you're going to be prepared to see what the wildcarders are going to do. And also, a lot of swings are going to happen. Better use those transfers in gaming 24 from my point of view than in gaming 22. So, yeah, as easy. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Should I captain Haaland, Rogers, Watkins, or Gabriel? Probably Haaland. Probably. I still think that Haaland is the best safe captaincy option. Now, on my team, as you can see, I kind of want to take the risk with captaining Ekitike, but I'm fully aware that this is a risk. Haaland could totally outscore Ekitike even against Man United, but I'm willing to take that risk because I have Ekitike in the first place. I think that he's going to start. And is the best fixture probably Liverpool are going to have all season, and I want to target Burnley. So pretty much this is all my process, my tough process about captaincy. But is Ekitike going to play 90 minutes? Probably not. I'm fully aware that probably he's not going to play 90 minutes. I just hope that he can do something against Burnley, and I just hope that Haaland can be quiet against Man United. But as I said before, easy is from Rogers, Watkins, Gabriel. Definitely, I would just captain Erling Haaland all day. Hi Frank O'Brien, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate to see you here. Gabriel, Timber, Chow, Tarkovsky, O'Reilly, Rice, Foden, Semenyo, Enzo, Wilson, Bowen. Bench 3. Okay, so I would start Gabriel, Timber, Chow, definitely. I would bench Tarkovsky or let me just see your midfield. So I would play Rice, Foden, Semenyo, Enzo, and Wilson. I would play those 5 midfielders. So in that case, I would start also Haaland and Ekitike, and West Ham are playing against, I forgot. West Ham are playing against Spurs. So I would bench definitely Tarkovsky, I think. And between O'Reilly and Bowen, yeah, I would just, yeah, you need to bench. You need to kind of bench Tarkovsky, O'Reilly, and Bowen, sadly. But probably that's what I would do, Frank O'Brien. Like your reasoning behind my question, Cunha to Enzo or Keane to Timber, I have Gabriel. I bought Enzo by selling Cunha. So again, if I just think that Enzo Fernandez is a player I will want to have for the next 6 fixtures at least, considering the good run of fixtures for Chelsea. So I just thought, why not buy him right now? Again, they have a new coach, Chelsea. We don't know exactly how they're going to play, but I'm pretty sure the minutes are going to be decent for Enzo Fernandez. Are they going to be ideal? Is he going to play 90 minutes every game? Probably not. But I want to have some Chelsea players, and by omission, I don't trust fully Cole Palmer at the moment. Chalobah, again, my defense is pretty okay. If I want to buy Chalobah, I'm just going to buy him in Gaming 24. And other than that, Pedro Neto, Garnacho, João Pedro, I don't want, honestly, these players. I just think that they are headaches at the moment, so I would just go for Enzo Fernandez and hope that he's going to play as a number 10. Now, Keane to Timber is also fine. Timber, but probably I'm not sure. I think that I would go for Enzo Fernandez rather than going for Timber, but having double Arsenal defense is also a nice thing to have. And Timber probably is part of the best trio from Arsenal. I would say Gabriel, Timbo, and Rice or Bukayo Saka. Now, yeah, I think that I would rather have Enzo Fernandez than Timber. I would like to chase the upside with the attacker, but both are great. Keane also is going to be need to be sold at some point anyway. Andre Smith, thanks a lot for joining. Hincapie plus Cunha to Gabriel plus Ayari for a hit. I'm not sure about Ayari, guy. Hincapie definitely need to be sold. Yeah, I mean, again, if you need to play, if you need to start Hincapie, then I would take that -4. But other than that, if you can just play Cunha and bench Hincapie, maybe I would not take the -4. But yeah, I like Gabriel. I think that everyone should try to have Gabriel in their teams. He's just the best defender in the game at the moment. Hi Denis, hi Leox FPL, thanks a lot for joining. Start any two of out of stock, Cunha, Thiago. I would start Thiago definitely because he's on penalties, and I would start also Cunha, I think. Cunha and Thiago. Hey Denis, how are you, mate? Hi Harshi, thanks a lot for joining. Really good, really good. Happy, glad that FPL is finally back. I'm going hacky too. Crazy that Haaland has 3 blanks in a row, but he still have had over 200% effective ownership. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Everyone is just captaining, default captaining Erling Haaland at the moment, and yeah, I mean it's a little bit boring, but it is what it is. He was amazing in the start of the season. Are you doing a team check? Yeah, yeah. Send me your teams on Twitter, and we're going to move to that. I just wanted to finish with all the comments. Hi Dennis, hi Jacob, Bailing, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Would you bench Anderson or Miley? So bench one. Uh, so bench one from those. Probably Miley. I'm not so sure. Honestly, I'm not so sure how good Miley is at defensive contributions. Uh, he definitely has the best fixture out of those three. But I think that I would bench Miley because Anderson and Anderson are both really good for defense contributions, so probably I would just play them. So knowing that we can go against him without risking massive rank drops, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, this is the game again. If this is going to work out, if somehow Ekitike is going to outscore Haaland, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge, and yeah, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Bruno Guimaraes captaincy thoughts. Al Hossein, no, no. I don't think that I would captain Bruno Guimaraes, honestly. I think that you have better players to captain. Uh, Again, congrats to anyone who had Bruno Guimaraes, but I think that he overperformed a little bit his statistics. He scored a goal from a corner, he scored a penalty. Fair enough for the owners. Really happy for you that he got amazing points. But captaining Bruno Guimaraes, probably not for me. Would you go Haaland captain because of high effective ownership or because he's still good? I mean, if the effective ownership of Erling Haaland was, I don't know, 10% and he was somehow of a differential, probably I would just captain Erling Haaland, honestly, knowing that he's that good. But uh, again, one reason for me to go against Erling Haaland is because of that ownership. I want to go against it. I want to go a little bit different. So again, if we talk about Erling Haaland, he was pretty bad pretty rubbish for the last game weeks anyway. Pep Guardiola said that he's exhausted now. Again, I still think that his minutes are going to be good. He's going to start, but again, Manchester City are good. Manchester City are a team who are going to score goals. Erling Haaland, we know that he's part of those goals mostly. So yeah. Um, Sorry, I have Gabriel instead of Timber. Okay, one free transfer and 1 million in the bank. So you have Gabriel, Raya, Hall, Anderson, Wilson, Cunha, Foden, Saka, Haaland, Thiago, Raul. I mean, you could just roll the transfer hard sheet, or if not, just sell Cunha. Just sell Cunha. Cunha probably is a sell anyway at some point. And now the fixtures are horrible in the next two, so probably I would just sell Cunha to an Enzo or something like that, or to even to a Bruno Fernandes if you want to save up a transfer later. Ekitike ain't going to score. Olympian curse is real. Yeah, I saw that hell as well. I'm really sad that he's captaining also Ekitike, but Olympian was captaining also Foden at some point in one game week, and he did really well in that. So yeah, good morning, and in your opinion, hi Cheetos, thanks a lot for joining. Good morning. Can you rate my team in the mini league? Yeah, for sure. We're going to move to Twitter to rate the teams there, and then please remind me, not Nepo, to look at your team also. Hi, Denis Cunha out. I'm tempted by Tavernier instead of Enzo. Tavernier is a perfectly good option. Also, I just think that the next two, Brighton, Liverpool, are not amazing fixtures for Tavernier. I think that Enzo Fernandez probably has slightly better fixtures for the next two. But from Gaming 24 onwards, I think that Tavernier and Bournemouth are going to have great fixtures. So yeah. Again, I thought also about Tavernier, Enzo, Palmer, Bruno Fernandes. instead of Cunha. These are pretty much the options. So I like Tavernier on penalties, good minutes, on set pieces. I really like him at that price, honestly. And maybe I'm going to have him in my team at some point. I'm thinking moving Semenyo to Rogers and Cunha to Gakpo or Tavernier, and also I'm planning to wildcard in Gaming 24. Cheetos, for what's worth, if you have Semenyo, I would be tempted to just keep him for the next two if you want, if you can. I'm not sure if he's going to start. I can't guarantee that he's going to start against Man United, but Semenyo looked good at Man City, and if I had him, probably I would just risk playing him for now. Semenyo to Rogers, I'm not sure if that's such an amazing upside move. I mean, sure, Rogers' minutes are definitely better than Semenyo, but yeah, Cunha to Gakpo or Tavernier, and also I'm planning to wildcard. If you're wildcarding Gaming 24, I don't think that I would go Tavernier against Brighton and against Liverpool for the next two. I think that I would try to find another player. If you want to go Gakpo, fair enough, that's great. If you want to go Xavi Simons, maybe he's also great for the next two. If you're talking just about the next two fixtures, Semenyo is okay, Gakpo is okay. So yeah, the fact that Haaland has the early fixture and Hegi plays after makes it feel a little safer. Yeah, that's also a thing. The early kickoff for Erling Haaland, who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Again, I'm not buying that much into this. I don't know, early kickoff. If a team is going to win 5-0 playing early kickoff, that's still going to happen. But of course, it has a, I don't know, a mind effect, I would say. Now, if we move, let's move to Twitter and see if you guys send me some teams. No teams? No teams, guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, Herlotsville sent me his team. Yeah, I saw this. Stuck with captain and benching decision. Let's see. Uh, you're benching Chow. Yeah, I would start Chow, I think, instead of Lacroix here. Probably that's what I would be doing. I mean, I know that Newcastle were pretty bad away from home this season, but still, I think that I will start Chow. Uh, Other than that, yeah, Verbruggen, Timber, Gabriel, Wilson, Rogers, Wirtz. Wirtz captain. Interesting. I mean, if I'm captaining Ekitike, who am I to judge someone captaining Florian Wirtz? Foden, Raul, Thiago Haaland. Yeah, I would just start Chow instead of Lacroix, probably. I know I have in my team the same benching headache, and I don't feel great about benching Lacroix. I'm going to be honest with you, but I think that I would play Chow instead. I think that that fixture is slightly better. Sunderland, I think that are a much better team at home than Wolverhampton, so it just makes a lot of sense for me to just start Chow here. And with captaincy, again, the best safe option is going to be Haaland. If not, probably a Liverpool player. Wirtz, definitely, I would say he's going to start this game for sure. He played just 30 minutes or something like that in the FA Cup. Is he captain material? I don't know, but again, yeah, I'm not going to advise you to captain Wirtz over Erling Haaland. I think that Haaland is slightly a better captaincy option, even against Man United. Man United are not an amazing defense or anything else, but also Man United have a new manager. So again, if you believe in that theory, the new manager bounce. Yeah, maybe they're going to make it tougher for Manchester City. Uh, so yeah, projected points. Soboslai here. Okay, that's pretty weird. I would say these projections. I mean, Soboslai being ahead of Ekitike, that doesn't feel right, right? But yeah, Helosvile, if you want any more confirmation, if you should captain Florian Wirtz, here Florian Wirtz is ahead of Ekitike in terms of predicted FPL points. Um, The problem that I have O'Reilly. Okay. Uh oh yes. So you're forced to sell. You're forced to sell a Man City player, right, Cheetos? Then you could just sell O'Reilly, I guess, because O'Reilly is also a doubt himself. Chaka or Raul for this gaming? Raul Jimenez, I think, definitely on penalties. Rodrigo Muniz is still out. Also, guys, don't forget to give a like to this stream if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It would be really much appreciated. Hey, Dennis, hope you're doing well. Thanks a lot for joining, Danny Dimitrov. Good morning. Hope you're doing the same. Thanks a lot. I'll start. Ciao, then. Wirtz seems to be getting better. I might still go for Hando. Definitely, Florian Wirtz is getting better, but I don't know. With Erling Haaland, you have that safety, you have that certainty that you know that he can do those things. He can score 2, 3 goals. With Florian Wirtz, he's getting better, but you don't necessarily know that he's going to be involved in the goal. Even if he's going to play good, Florian Wirtz, you're not sure if he's going to get involved in those goals. So I think that he's a much more unpredictable player. Uh, but again, I don't think that he's a bad option anyway. Captaining a player against Burnley is never a bad option, I think. Now, going against Haaland maybe is not such a smart move for me, but yeah, I captained the other players instead of Haaland this season. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes it was horrible, but again, that's not going to stop me. If I have an opportunity to um, captain other players, I'm just going to do it. So let's see. Not Nepo. 68 position in my mini league. Sent you my team, got a few things I want to change. Okay, so let's see this team and then we're going to move to my mini league. Where is it? Danny Dimitrov, because I don't see it. You sent me on Instagram. Oh, okay. Okay then. Jack Boyd. Uh is that you? If you had Cunha, and play him or sell it for Enzo or Rice or anyone else if you had Cunha. Leox FPL, I had Cunha. I had Cunha in my team. I had 2 free transfers. I think that's worth mentioning. And I sold Cunha to Enzo Fernandez. So yeah, if you're asking about what I did, yeah, I was in that situation to have Cunha and I just sold him for Enzo Fernandez. But I would not sell Cunha for a -4 or I don't know, for multiple transfers probably. Uh, Enzo Rice probably were my 2 top picks to buy. I opted for Enzo Fernandez because I think that I want to have him for the next 6, and I want to leave my option open with Bukayo Saka because I have already 2 Arsenal players. So Danny Dimitrov, I'm not sure if you are Jack Boyd, but Jack Boyd, thanks a lot for joining. If you're here on the stream, you send me your team on Instagram, and you have Gabriel O'Reilly, Hall, Verbruggen, Foden, Rice, Wilson, Soboslai, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago. Yeah, there's nothing I would change. Yeah, maybe Anderson instead of O'Reilly if you're not sure if O'Reilly is going to start. But other than that, I would not change anything. So I'm going to say to you here, looks good. Also, Danny Dimitrov, to you send me your team also on Instagram. Team currently. Verbruggen, Timber, Chow, O'Reilly, Rice, Saka, Cunha, Rogers, Cherky, Ekitike, Haaland. Yeah, probably again. You have 3 free transfers. Probably I would sell Cunha and maybe Keane to an Alderete, something like that. Or if you just want to sell Cunha, it's perfectly fine to play O'Reilly, Timber, Chow. Or probably if you can sell Cunha to Enzo and O'Reilly to Gabriel, but you have already 3 Arsenal, so yeah. Yeah, that's tricky. That's tricky. At some point, I will try to have uh, Gabriel. Dark Ma, thanks a lot for joining. Currently have quadruple city attack. Which one would you sell for Rice, if any? I mean, if you have Foden, Haaland, Semenyo, and Cherky, I would just play all of them probably this gaming. Uh, I would just risk it with Man City for this fixture. I don't think that Rice is better really for this gaming than I don't know Foden. I mean, maybe he's better than Foden, right? But I would just try to risk it. If you have 4 City attack, it's really fun to just play them against Man United and maybe against Wolverhampton. Um, I'm making no transfers currently. Garner, O'Reilly, Dorgu, bench order. Yeah, fair enough. I've decided to start Enzo over Randis. However, I have Kelleher. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think that Enzo Fernandez is a much better pick than Rindis. To even consider benching him for Rindis. Chad Scott, also thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. So I still think that I would um, I would play Enzo Fernandez even if you have Kelleher. Okay. Um. So yeah, we answered all the question. 68. Let's move to see my mini league. Let me see if I can make this better for you. Uh, I guess. Okay, that's pretty horrible, but yeah, let me see which place am I in my mini league. Also, guys, don't forget to join the league if you want to join the mini league. It's going to be a symbolic prize, let's say maybe a cup or something like that. Nothing major. Yeah, I'm 30 on my mini league. Let me just see the first person on my mini league. Uh, Figazzi team. Wow. Uh, top 3K overall rank. Nice. He captain Bruno Guimaraes in Gaming 21. Congrats, congrats. Interesting team. Interesting team. Okay, so 68. I need to go not Nepo for the second page to find you. So this is the one, right? Now, yeah, it's not looking amazing on screen. $53 points last gaming. Gabriel Timber, Petrovic Dorgu. Yeah, I mean, your team is similar to mine. I would say you have Gardner Wilson, who were great, honestly, for you last gaming. You have also Bowen. You have Florian Wirtz and Ekitike against Burnley. I mean, that looks like a really good team on paper. You have double Arsenal defense, the best Arsenal double up from my point of view. And yeah, other than that, the team is looking good. It's 50-50. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. It's 50-50. Who would you start, Alderete or Lacroix? Maybe Nico Riley over Garner for first bench. I guess, yeah, but Garner is also better for defensive contribution, so I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what to believe about Nico Riley. Is he going to start? Is he going to play 60 minutes? Yeah, I'm just not sure. Uh, can you do team check? Yes, of course. Have you sent me your team, Batman? Because yeah, I didn't saw any message from you. Would you say top 100K is good at the end of the season? I would say yes. Now, it really depends which rank are you at the moment. Because if I was 10K at the moment, I wouldn't be happy with finishing top 100K. But at the moment, considering I'm 300K, my first objective is always going to be try to get inside that top 100K, and then if I can get better, that's it. But in general, I think that top 100K is a pretty good uh, rank at the end of the season. Mitoma for the weekend, I don't think that I would buy Mitoma. Cunha to Enzo or Rice. I've done Cunha to Enzo, Blake Williamson. So again, I think that Rice is also really good. It's really close between those two, but probably these two are the best replacements for Mateusz Cunha, Enzo and Rice. I've gone for Enzo. Start one, Rodon, O'Reilly, Richards, and bench one, DCL Wilson. So I would start Rodon, Frank Golding, as I said before to you, and bench one, DCL, Wilson, Minte, Bowen. I think that I would bench Minte because I just don't think that he's going to start, although he's back in training. I'm just not sure if he's going to start, so probably I would bench Minte. It's looking good, but not performing for some reason. It looked decent last week too. Let's wait, not Nepo, to see if the Liverpool players are going to help us this game, because for some people they had Ekitike and they didn't have Thiago, and Thiago scored 2 goals last game week. Now let's see if Ekitike can do the same. Because this is the money fixture for Liverpool, for Ekitike, for us. If you have any Liverpool players, I have 3: Virgil van Dijk, Szoboszlai, Ekitike. So I'm hoping for a solid Liverpool performance today. And yeah, what could go wrong, right? Heard about an Arsenal double coming up. Yeah, I'm going to make also a video about that probably in the future. Arsenal are, again, they won against Chelsea in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup, I think 3-2. They still have a second leg to play, but if Arsenal are going to go through, they are, I don't want to say most likely, but there is a big chance Arsenal are going to have a double in Game Week 26, and that double is going to be great. That's why I didn't go on myself for Rice, because I want to leave the Bukayo Saka option open, because let's say Arsenal are going to have a double against Wolverhampton and Brentford. Then, uh, if I want to captain, I'm going to captain an Arsenal player definitely in that double game week, right? And I think that Bukayo Saka might be the best one. Now, am I going to buy Bukayo Saka just for that double? I'm not sure about that, but I wanted to leave myself the option open. And if you want to captain Gabriel or Declan Rice for the double, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, there's a good chance. Anyway, everyone is going to go trying to have 3 Arsenal players anyway, so that double doesn't change a lot of things. A lot of people have 3 Arsenal players already, but I'm still on the second page. Yeah, it was just a joke, not Nepo. Uh, Again, I'm not happy with my rank either, but it is what it is. Um, Hi Chandri Balu. Opinions of how Spurs might line up with Gallagher transfer. Does that make Xavi less or more effective? I mean, Gallagher could even play as a number 10, I guess, but yeah, how they're going to line up? A really good question. I think that Richarlison is going to be out for a long period of time. I don't think that I would be going rushing to buy Spurs attackers anyway at the moment. Now Gallagher could be an interesting option at 5.5 millions. He's likely going to be good for defensive contributions, maybe some attacking threat, but yeah. One free transfer, 1.2 millions in the bank. Thoughts? Raya, Timber, Mukiele, O'Reilly, Saka, Bruno Guimaraes, Cherki, Cunha, Ekitike, DCL, Haaland. Cunha to Enzo. Again, I've just done Cunha to Enzo, so if anyone is going to ask me what I would do with Cunha, I think that he's a sell. You're going to sell Cunha this game week, or you're going to sell him next game week or in game week 24. Either way, Cunha needs to be sold at some point. And at the moment, the top replacements for me are Enzo and Rice. I there aren't a lot of good replacements. Maybe Rogers could be also one, but yeah, probably I would just sell Cunha to Enzo of Shandri value like I did with my team. Um, Kedar Nathful, thanks a lot for joining. Any suggestions? I have one free transfer with 1.3 million in the bank. Um, Verbruggen, Gabriel Alderete, Chow, perfectly nice. Cunha, Saka, Enzo, Foden, Rice. Haaland, Thiago, Bench, Dubravka, Heaven, Barnes, O'Reilly. I would just roll. I would just roll the transfer. You have Enzo, you have Rice, you have Saka, you have Gabriel. Yeah, I mean, nah, I would just roll. I would just roll with that team. Let me just see the team for Batman. Hopefully, Batman, you're still here with us. Sorry it took so long to get to your team. Um, so 1.2 million in the bank. Change who and who to start. Paqueta is such a weird situation with Paqueta because you don't know if he's going to stay at West Ham or not. Probably Paqueta is a sell. Virgil van Dijk, Hall, Lacroix. Can you do Paqueta to Enzo Fernandez? Because if you can do that, that's what I would be doing. Probably Batman and just play uh, Enzo Fernandez instead of Collins. Probably. I mean, Milenkovic is going to be on your bench. Paqueta, Nico Gonzalez again. You have some players who you're going to need to sell at some point. Milenkovic, I don't think that he's worth the money. I think that there are better defenders there. Paqueta is going to need to be sold. Nico Gonzalez, I just don't think that he's such an amazing player. I think that Elliot Anderson for a similar price is a much better pick. Stach, Garner when Njay is going to be back from AFCON, I'm not sure if he's going to be a good option in the future. And Collins, the fixtures are just terrible for Brentford. At some point, I think that you need to sell probably Collins too, but he's good for defense contribution, so you're not forced to do that now. I'm not so sure how many free transfers you have. If you can go for, I don't know, Paqueta to Enzo, Collins to Chaloba, that also looks great. Uh, yeah, I think that that's pretty much it. Thinking of should I do O'Reilly for Frimpong for the triple? Looks very interesting but very aggressive. I mean, again, not Nepo. It really depends on your rank because if you're not happy with your rank, if you let's say you have a not so great rank at the moment, going for Frimpong, it's a very aggressive move. But at the moment, Bradley is probably going to be out for the rest of the season. Uh, I'm not so sure how confident are you going to be in Frimpong getting a lot of clean sheets in the future, but the minutes probably are going to look okay. I think that he's going to start against Burnley. Yeah, again, I would even consider maybe wildcard in Gaming 24 for you if you want to go, I don't know, super different. Uh, but yeah, I'm not sure. You need to make some bold moves, I would say. Ping is great for today against Burnley. In the future, I think that his minutes are still going to be okay, but Soboslai could also play as a right back for Liverpool, so that's not guaranteed. Frimpong is going to start all the games. Salah is going to be back from AFCON, so he's not going to play as a right winger anymore. So yeah, I'm not sure. Thank you, Batman. Hopefully that's going to help you a little bit. Spurs players are gonna smash it these 2 weeks. Those abandoned accounts with Van de Ven are gonna be dangerous. Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. I mean, I, I think that Spurs have two really good fixtures for the next two, but then I don't want to have Spurs players. So if you're wildcard in Gaming 24, then maybe yeah, buy some Spurs players. But yeah, for the future, attackers from Spurs, I'm just not sure. With Kudus being out also. May use a chip over the double for Arsenal. So chat Scott, again, if you want to use a chip, fair enough. But I think that most of us are going to have three players for Arsenal in Game Week 26 with just free transfer. So I'm just not sure if it's going to be worth using a chip for that double. But yeah, if you want to go aggressive and different, just do it. Chandri Bali, O'Reilly, Cherky, and Saka might all be benched. Problem. I wouldn't worry too much about Saka. I mean, he could be benched. I agree with you, Chandri Bali, but if you have Saka, I don't think that is worth transferring out Saka to Rice. Honestly, just swiping Arsenal attackers for one free transfer, I'm just not sure. O'Reilly, Cherky, again with Cherky, I think that personally he's going to start, but yeah, long term he's going to be a headache. They have a lot of players, Man City in attack. Marmoush is going to be back from AFCON also, and yeah, O'Reilly is going to be a problem in the long run. Wesley Fanran, thanks a lot for joining. Lefe, Anderson, Minte, could you rank starting order? Yeah, for sure. I would say Lefe or Anderson. Minte would be the last on my order because I think that he's going to be on the bench. But Lefe, I think that Lefe, I would go with the penalty taker. I know that he missed the last penalty, but I think that there's a slightly chance he's still going to be on penalty. So Enzo Lefe, Anderson Minte, Wesley Fanran, Obit. Oh, thanks a lot for joining. Should I start Anderson versus Leeds or transfer out Minte to Bruno G versus Wolves, Gakpo versus Burnley for free? Honestly, I would just start Anderson if I was in your situation because I don't think that I mean again with Minte you need to sell him probably at some point. I think that there are better options elsewhere. I'm just not sure if I would go for Bruno Guimaraes. Gakpo is nice as a short-term pick, but then the fixtures are not that great for Liverpool. I would also consider Enzo Fernandez if you don't have him, Obito, Rice, or Tavernier instead of Bruno Guimaraes, personally. 90 people on the live stream. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining. Really appreciate the support. Leave a like. Also, don't forget to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. If you're enjoying the content, obviously. Thanks a lot for joining. I'm going to try to answer all the questions, but they are coming really fast. Shop hit, starting Timber, start 2. But can decide between Wilson, O'Reilly, DCL, Cunha. Start 2. Okay. Uh, Wilson, I would definitely start Wilson and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And I would bench O'Reilly and Cunha. Showbit, that's what I would do probably. Radu Gavrilice, thanks a lot for joining. If money doesn't matter, Mukiele or Alderete. If money doesn't matter, I mean, Mukiele is most likely to play as a right back from now on. Now he got defensive contributions even though he played as a right back before, but I think that I would go for Alderete honestly because he's more likely to play as a center back and he's going to be better for defensive contributions because he's going to play in that position. So I would say Alderete, and you're also saving some money. I mean, if money is not a problem, probably I would just go Ballard, honestly, Radu Gavriluță. If money is not a problem, I think that Ballard is better than both of them. Wilson DCL. Yeah, as I said, yeah, I agree with you, Chandri Balu. Hello, bro. Hi, Football Fan Fantasy. Thanks a lot for joining. Kenta Fuo, thanks a lot. Bench Thiago or Wilson? That's tough. That's tough. I think that I would play Thiago because he's on penalties. Pretty much that's it. Will Minte play? I think that Minte is going to be on the bench, honestly, personally. But we're going to take a look at some team predictions if you want to do that. He's back in training, but is he going to be rushed? And is he going to get good minutes, Minte? I would say no, but that's just my opinion, obviously. Thomas Neyland, Ekitike captain. At the moment, yes. Yes, I want to take that risk. I want to take that risk with Ekitike. So, yeah. Why not? Why not? I'm fully aware that this is a big risk captaining Ekitike instead of Erling Haaland. I still think that he's the best safe option, Haaland. But I don't know. I'm also a Liverpool fan, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. But I wanna look at that game, hopeful that Ekitike is going to score a hat trick. So yeah. Why Ekitike captain over Haaland? Hi Dexter, thanks a lot for joining. Because he has a better fixture, Burnley at home. And yeah, I want to go a little bit different. I mean, those are not the only reasons. Man United have a new manager. Maybe they're going to make it tougher for Man City. Haaland is playing away. Another reason. I just think that he's not as good away from home, although he was rubbish for the last game weeks anyway, Erling Haaland. Man United away, I think that this can be a tricky fixture for Manchester City, but again, could Erling Haaland score a hat-trick against Man United? Of course he can. But I don't know. I just want to take the risk. I think that this is a huge opportunity. I think that Liverpool are likely to score more goals than Manchester City. Ekitike is in good form. He's back. I think that he's going to start. The only problem with Ekitike is I don't think that he's going to start to play 90 minutes. That's the only problem. If I was sure he would play 90 minutes against Burnley at home, I would 100% just captain Ekitike. But yeah, I sent my team on Insta. We're going to take a look at that also. Thomas, heard rumors about Spurs targeting Marmoush, by the way. Nice. That would be a nice transfer for Spurs, I would say. Uh, Sherab, thanks a lot for joining Timber and O'Reilly to Gabriel and Konsa. I can get Gabriel only if I make these two transfers. Okay, so you have Rice and Saka, I guess. Sherab. Uh, Konsa, I mean, Konsa is okay. I'm not sure if you can afford cash. I think that he's slightly better. But if, I don't know, if you want a defender to play in the next few fixtures, I think that I would just go for Alderete instead of Konsa. Also, you're saving a little bit more money. Bro, will Palmer play? I think that Palmer is going to start, yes. I think that he's going to start, but that's not the problem with Cole Palmer. I just don't think I'm just not sure if he's going to play all the games in the Premier League, and I'm going to think about Cole Palmer more when we get to gaming 24 deadline. I've sold Cunha to Enzo Fernandez for now, and yeah. But Palmer, I think that he's going to start. Yes, that's my opinion. Is he going to play 90 minutes? Probably not. Hi Dennis, are you not worried about Enzo starting, considering he played 90 minutes versus Arsenal? I mean, I just bought Enzo Fernandez. I think that he's going to start. I hope that he's going to start as a number 10 for Chelsea. Caicedo is probably going to be back in the team. I mean, again, I just bought Enzo Fernandez, so I'm not going to be worried right now. And it's not like my other options are amazing on the bench. So, yeah, I just think that he is likely to play. 0.1 in the bank, 3 free transfers. Suggestion what to do. So, Gabriel, Chow, O'Reilly, Konate, really nice for this game week. Saka, Rogers, Foden, Soboslai, Miley, Haaland, Ekitike, Guyu. I mean, I'm not so sure, honestly, what I would do with your team because you don't have the money to buy Enzo Fernandez. Konate, Gabriel, Chow are perfectly fine for this game week. I don't know. Probably I would just roll because I'm not sure what to suggest you because you could maybe sell O'Reilly to Timber, but you need to make a downgrade elsewhere. And I think that I would just like to keep Foden for the next two, Dexter. That's the thing. Soboslai is okay. Roger Saka, all these players are really okay. I think that I would just roll and then maybe reassess, maybe sell O'Reilly, Konate, and Miley next gaming to buy other players or even in gaming 24. Cash or Anderson to play. Dan Bino, thanks a lot for joining also the stream, really appreciated. Cash or Anderson? Cash, definitely. I would start Matty Cash instead of Anderson. Dan Bino. George Gika, salute. Thanks a lot for joining, really appreciated. Um, Imagine having 5 Man City players. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. That's crazy. Imagine having four attackers from Manchester City. That sounds crazy. But again, at least you know that some of them are going to play, right? Bro, I have sent my team. Yeah, let's move. Let's move. Sorry guys, let's move to Twitter. Um, Thank you. No problem, Dexter. Thanks a lot. Again, I think that your team looks pretty nice, and having a lot of free transfers for Gaming 24, I think that's going to be really helpful. Waris Manji send me his team. Bench 3 also. Who should I captain? Haaland, Wirtz, or Enzo? I think that Haaland is the safest captaincy option. As I said before so many times, if you want to go super different, if you want to take a punt, because Florian Wirtz is a punt. If you're talking about captaining Florian Wirtz, that's a proper punt. It could work out. It could go totally horrible. So again, if you're not aware and if you're not prepared for Florian Wirtz to blank and Haaland to score a hat trick, then just don't captain Florian Wirtz because maybe that's not a captaincy for you. Now, bench 3. I would play Chao Romero Saliba for sure. Oh, you need to find a way to start Chaloba, man. Uh, I mean, if you made already your transfers, I think that Chaloba is a better pick than Cunha or than Cunha and Shade, honestly. I would play Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Bowen probably, but I would probably start Chaloba instead of Shade or Cunha. And other than that, your team looks fine. Varis Manji. So, some Thomas sent me his team on Instagram. Who to start? Anderson, Gabriel, Van Heck, Mane, Esteve, Cunha, Miley. Yeah, I mean Van Heck against Bournemouth or Tarkovsky against Aston Villa away. I think that for what's worth, I think that Anderson, Van Heck, and Tarkovsky, all these teams are going to concede. Uh, But probably Tarkovsky, I would bench Tarkovsky Thomas. I think that he has the tougher fixture out of those three. I would bench definitely Mane and Esteve, and I would play Rice, Foden, Rogers, Miley, Cunha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would play just like you showed me your team. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything. Thomas, again, Tarkovsky, I would bench him. I think that Aston Villa can score some goals. So yeah. Hi, Vijay Surya. Thanks a lot for joining. Really good to see you here again. Uh, Hopefully you're doing fine. Would you take -4 to bring in Bruno for Cunha? No, no. I mean, if the fixtures were better, if I don't know, if I think that Cunha is going to be on the bench and Cunha and Bruno Fernandes is going to start, then maybe. But no, I would not sell Cunha for -4. I think in most cases, I don't think that I would sell Cunha for -4 full stop probably for anyone, even for Rice, even for Enzo. I don't think that I would sell Cunha for -4 in this fixture, at least against Man City. If against Arsenal, probably maybe I would do that, but no, -4 to bring in Bruno for Cunha when you can just do that transfer for free next gaming or in gaming 24. Yeah, Eliker, I don't think that I would do that. Bro, I want to go different as captain. Enzo or Wirtz. I would go for Florian Wirtz. If you're asking me who I think is the better pick for this gaming, Enzo Fernandez or Florian Wirtz for me, but also I'm a Liverpool fan, so take that into consideration. Waris Manji. Will Voldemar start? I think that from now on we should assume that Visa is the starting number 9 for Newcastle. Now, could Voldemar start? Yeah, of course he can. They can start both of them in the same lineup. but I'm not sure. I think that I would just I don't know. I mean, the fixture is great for Newcastle, so you could keep Voldemort for one more fixture, but after that, I would just look to sell him as fast as possible because he's minutes risk at the moment. He was before minutes risk, but now Visa is there. Um, Good afternoon, morning mates. Are you reviewing team at the moment, Dennis? Yeah. I mean, I'm reviewing teams. If you want, just send me your teams. I'm pretty much reviewing teams all the time, and I want to then look at some team projections, maybe some press conferences, because I'm pretty much locked in. So 70% would be starting Alderete over Lacroix. 50 votes already. That's my only benching dilemma at the moment. Alderete or Lacroix. I think that this is going to go. Last gaming, I started Lacroix instead of Alderete. Lacroix got 8 points, Alderete got 1. And I think that this gaming is going to be the same. One of them is going to score good points, one of them is going to concede. So, yeah. Hello, Dennis. Will Palmer start? Yeah, auto aim spanner. My opinion is that Palmer is going to start, yes, but yeah, who knows? Who knows? I mean, that's why I didn't go on for Palmer because I just don't trust him at the moment. I'm just not sure if he's going to start, how many minutes he's going to get. But yeah, I think that he's going to start. I'm pretty sure he's going to start, honestly. But that's just my opinion. Um, Verbruggen, Dubravka, Timber, Virgil, Van Dijk, Cash, Anderson, Goodmanson, Saka, Foden, Rogers, Lefe, Whiffler, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago. So I would start Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago, Timber, Van Dijk, Cash, definitely Saka, Foden, Rogers, and then I think that I will start also Goodmanson, George Gika, because Leeds are a really good team at home, and I could see some maybe a clean sheet, maybe some defensive contributions. I think that I will start Goodmanson instead of Whiffler. Or no, if you're playing 3-4-3 with Van Dijk, Cash, Anderson, Saka, Foden, Rogers, Lefe, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago, yeah, that's also good. Then maybe it's just Goodmanson versus Lefe. If you want to go for the attacker who's on penalties, maybe, probably, you could go for Lefe instead of Goodmanson, definitely. Blanky, hi, thanks a lot for joining. Anderson or Cash for Keane. Dan Bino, I mean, Cash, I think that is a much better pick this gaming than Anderson. Anderson probably is a better pick long term, considering he's amazing for defensive contributions. But probably I would go for Cash. The fixtures for Aston Villa are going to be really good. But not you think Enzo will be on corners and maybe on pens for a few minutes and Wirtz will not have any set piece? I mean, yeah, you're right that that could happen. Yes, Enzo Fernandez is going to be on some set pieces. I just think that the fixture is much better. Burnley for Liverpool, Wirtz is going to play. I don't want to say a much more advanced role, but Wirtz is, I think, a little bit more involved in attack than Enzo Fernandez. That's just my opinion. But fair enough. If you want to go for Enzo Fernandez, that's okay. I just think that Liverpool are going to score more goals than Chelsea. Basically, that's my opinion. So, yeah. FPL Roma, okay. Simon Lee. 4 City players and thinking of rolling unless we get some leaks. If I roll this week, surely have to roll next week too. Just be aware that if you have 4 City players and if you want to make some transfers, you need to sell one of them. And that's probably not going to be a problem, right? Because probably you're just going to sell O'Reilly. But yeah, your team looks great, honestly, apart from the bench. And just be aware that if you want to sell Cunha, you can't before selling a Man City player. Um Enzo Lefe instead of Cunha, that's a really tough call. I think that both are okay. Yeah, but I like your team, and definitely you have for I'm not sure how many free transfers you have, but yeah, it's not a problem. If you're going to roll this week, you need to roll also next week, and that's perfectly fine. Because in gaming 24, probably you want to make some transfers. Other than that, yeah, the team is okay. Now I'm just thinking what I would do in your situation. Would I start Enzo Lefe or would I start Cunha? I'm just not sure. I mean, you have O'Reilly, so yeah, in that case, probably maybe you don't want to play Cunha against O'Reilly, and yeah, Enzo Lefe probably is going to be still on penalty, so that's fine. Okay, so let's see until we have time some press conferences. I can't sell Cunha. That's the problem. I have two free transfer and 1.4 in the bank. Yeah. So you can't sell Cunha before selling Man City players, and that's fine. Again, you're going to lose some value probably. I mean, I already also lost value on Cunha, but yeah, it is what it is. What about Cunha to Gakpo? Thomas Otto, thanks a lot for joining. I mean, short term, I like Gakpo. Again, as a Liverpool fan, I'm getting really frustrated with Gakpo. I'm going to be honest with you because he has just that move and he's not doing anything with the ball. I'm a little bit frustrated with Gakpo, but for FPL, I think that he's still a good option. And for the next two, he's nice. But he's a short term pick, I think. Cody Gakpo, that's it. Uh, Dorg on the bench with three free transfers. Any suggestions? Sanchez, Gabriel, O'Reilly, Rice, Saka, Foden, Wilson, Haaland, Ekitike, bench, Dubravka, Calvert-Lewin, Anderson. I would start Calvert-Lewin instead of Tarkovsky, I think, or instead of Anderson. I think that if you have Calvert-Lewin, I would start him definitely instead of one of Anderson or Tarkovsky, Mr. Blanky. Uh, yeah, three free transfers. I mean, Tarkovsky to Chaloba and start Chaloba. But the problem is, I think that Calvert-Lewin is a really good option for this week, so I would like to start him anyway. Uh, Bro, then do you think I should start Chaloba over Shade? Can Chelsea keep a clean sheet? I mean, yeah, of course they can keep a clean sheet, Chelsea, but yeah, I think that I will start Chaloba over Shade, but again, this is just my opinion. Uh, this is just what I would do probably. I think that Chelsea away is not a great fixture for Thiago, for Shade. I would start Chaloba. He has some attacking threat also. He's decent for defensive contributions. Yeah, I can sell Cunha. 2.1 million in the bank. I plan to get rid of Bruno G for Bruno Fernandes somewhere around gaming 24. Good plan set. Capping Wilson is gaming for rank. Good luck. Good luck. Thanks a lot for joining, Seth. Really appreciate you coming by. Alderete Hall Gabriel, really nice. Really nice defense. Palmer, Saka, Rogers, Bruno G, Wilson, Krupp Junius, Haaland. Yeah, your plan looks great. I mean, your team looks also great this gaming. I don't think that you should make any more transfers. Now, captaining Wilson for rank, I understand. Again, he's going to be probably a huge differential if we're talking about captaincy. I don't think that I would captain Harry Wilson personally. That's just what I would do. But if you want to go super different, just go for it. Hopefully, that's going to work for it and for you. And good luck this gaming set. Thanks a lot for joining. What do you think about Ekitike's minutes? 70? 70 minutes. Again, if I'm going to, as an Ekitike owner, I hope that he's going to get good minutes, but I can't really see him playing close to 90 minutes, honestly, because Liverpool have a tough fixture against Olympique de Marseille in Champions League away also. That's going to be a tough fixture for Liverpool, and Ekitike probably is going to start in that fixture also. So back from an injury, Ekitike didn't play 90 minutes anyway in the last game weeks, even before getting injured. So I just don't think that his minutes are going to be close to 90s, as I said before. So yeah, I can see 70, 75 minutes for Ekitike, but that could be enough. That could be enough for me, right? For Liverpool to get the job done. Gay, guys, if you missed the news, Gay is going signed for Manchester City. Crystal Palace are going to be without Gay. That's another reason why I'm thinking again about uh, playing Lacroix or Alderete, because Crystal Palace probably are going to be a weaker defense without Mark Gay. I think that he was the best defender from them. Obviously, Glasner is going to go at the end of the season, so that's why at the moment I'm leaning towards playing Alderete. Yeah, pretty much that's it. I don't think that's going to impact Crystal Palace performances this season that much that Oliver Glasner is going to go, but still. In the long run, is a Chelsea defender essential? I don't think that essential is the best word to describe it. Again, if I would go for a Chelsea defender, I think that Chaloba is the only one I would be interesting. I mean, Cucurella is also fine. Reece James is also fine if he's going to play, but with Chaloba, I think that he's the safer one. And from gaming 24 to gaming 28, Chelsea have amazing fixtures. That's four gamings where having a Chelsea defender, I think that is going to be really good for a FPL team, obviously, but I wouldn't say essential. I don't think that any player is essential, really. I mean, probably Erling Haaland is essential, right? If he was scoring goals like he was at the beginning of the season, but other than that, it's not essential. But would be really nice to have some Chelsea players for those fixtures. Uh, Van Igvan, hi Dennis, how you doing? Wirtz or Haaland for captaincy and start Chaloba or Tarkovsky. I have Rogers in my team too. Uh, I mean, I'm captaining Ekitike, so yeah, why not? Why judge someone who is thinking about captaining Florian Wirtz? Again, I think that Haaland is the best captaincy option, the safest captaincy option. I just want to take a risk. I don't want you guys to follow me just because I'm not captaining Erling Haaland, but I want to take that risk. I want to play also a little bit for fun this gaming. I'm a Liverpool fan. There are a lot of reasons. I'm captaining Ekitike. Uh, it's a risk. I'm fully aware that this is a huge risk captaining Ekitike, but I'm okay with that. So I have Rodgers in my team too. Start Chaloba or Tarkovsky? I would start Chaloba, definitely. Definitely Van Igvan, I would start Chaloba. Um and again, as I said before, Haaland probably is the safest one for the captaincy, but if you're okay with going different, with taking that risk, Wirtz is also fine. I expect him fully to start, to have good minutes, and get some attacking returns, honestly, against Burnley. Lucas Grigor, hello, sir. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Between playing Mateusz, Nunes, and Tarkovsky this gaming, what do you think? I would play with Tarkovsky. You know that he's going to get defensive contributions, but I'm pretty sure Aston Villa are going to score. I also think that Man United are going to score against Man City. So if I want to pick one, I think that I would play Mateusz Nunes if you want to go for the upside. If you want to go safe, just go Tarkovsky. Start two, Wilson, Foden, Cunha. I would start Foden and Wilson, I think. Foden and Wilson, yeah, I think that I would start them. But again, if you're not selling Cunha, he's okay to play also. F20 might have 4 City players because of Gay. Nice, Scarlet Sky Terror, nice, nice. And Gay could actually be a really decent FPL option at Manchester City. Ekitike's hat trick and all the assists are wits. That would be amazing, Batman. Not going to lie, that would be amazing. Um, yeah, we have 53 minutes till the deadline, so we still have some time. Let's see your team, your brother's team, Waris. One free transfer with 2 million in the bank. First of all, I don't think that I would captain Voltemad, but again, your brother doesn't have Erling Haaland. If he's okay with going without Erling Haaland, that's fine. But I would advise him to buy him if possible. If not, yeah, your attack is fine. At some point, he needs to sell Voldemort, I think. Neto, Soboslai, Semenyo, Cash, Pedro Porro, Timber, Konate. Yeah, I like this defense. Honestly, I really like this defense. Double Spurs defense. Hopefully, they're going to do something for you. So, yeah, one free transfer. Maybe I would sell Paqueta because I think that he's just a headache, Paqueta, at the moment. You don't know if he's going to be playing for West Ham or not this season anymore. I would sell Paqueta to Enzo Fernandez or to Bruno if you have the money. Yeah, something like that. Combat verdict, bench Tarkovsky or Anderson. I think that both of them are going to concede, honestly, but I think that I would play Anderson from Fulham. I think that they have a slightly better chance of keeping a clean sheet than Everton against Aston Villa, so I would bench Tarkovsky. What's your position on Sobo? Do you plan to move him out for a cheaper, more attacking player? Set for this game week, I'm just going to keep Soboslai against Burnley. I think that he's perfectly fine. In the future, yeah, I'm planning. I mean, not planning, but if I'm forced to have Soboslai also for Gaming 23, that's going to be perfectly fine. Maybe I'm just going to roll in Gaming 23 because from Gaming 24 onwards, I think that we're going to need to have some free transfers and there are going to be more moves to make than in Gaming 23. But Soboslai, yeah, Soboslai to Tavernier, or if I'm going to free up some money to Bruno Fernandes or Cole Palmer, yeah, I think that Soboslai needs to be sold at some point. Set, yeah, that's my point. And probably Tavernier is the cheap player I would be looking to buy if you want to buy one. But I would not be selling Soboslai this game week for sure. Let's just take a look at some projections here. So yeah, if I need any more help with the clean sheet odds with my decision between Alderete and Lacroix, 34 chance clean sheet odd for Sunderland to keep a clean sheet, 28 for Crystal Palace. So yeah, that swings it a little bit for me. Liverpool, the highest chance of keeping a clean sheet against Burnley. Now, just watch Liverpool concede against Burnley today. That would be really, really funny. Not funny for me, as a Liverpool fan, but really funny in terms of FPL. Arsenal, Aston Villa, Chelsea. So yeah, just look here. Everton. Let's compare Tarkovsky with Anderson. Slightly better chance of keeping a clean sheet, as I said before, for Anderson. But again, I don't think that any one of those teams are going to keep a clean sheet. Other than that, yeah, Chelsea 29%, Newcastle 33%. I feel the itch to get Bruno Fernandes this game week, even for a hit. I just have a feeling United might just do well. If you have the money to go for Bruno Fernandes, I think that's okay. Because Bruno Fernandes is going to be a player you will want to have in your team probably for the future. I just don't think that I would take a -4 to buy him, because would it take for that hit to be worth it? Bruno Fernandes scoring a goal against Manchester City. I mean, it could be possible, right? It could happen totally, but I don't think that I would buy Bruno Fernandes for a hit, honestly. Considering he's going to play against Man City and Arsenal, these are not pictures you usually target your players. He has transferred in Rice for Paqueta. Thank you. Yeah, Rice is also good. Rice is also good to buy. So yeah. As an Ekitike captainer, that this is not the statistic I wanted to see, but yeah, Erling Haaland here on top on projected goals. Of course, any plans for Foden after Wolves fixture? Probably sell Foden to Bruno Fernandes. Probably that's the plan at the moment. Or if I don't know, I want to go for Cole Palmer for some reason, I could just sell Foden to Palmer. Or if Arsenal are going to have a double, and I really want to have Bukayo Saka, even Bukayo Saka could come in my team. But the thing is, the plan is to sell Foden in gaming 2024, right? Yeah, in gaming 24, after the fixtures are going to get a little bit more trickier for Man City. Yeah, the plan is to sell Foden. I'm going to give him the next two. Hello, we have any news? Not yet, Rodrigo Candido. Not yet. I didn't saw any news, but we are approaching the deadline. We still have 45 minutes till the deadline, so maybe we're going to get some leaks from Manchester City. But yeah. All right, so I think that we're going to look at some team predictions. Let's just see if I got we got any leaks. I guess not yet. Um, we'll play more minutes between Florian Wirtz and Enzo. Now that's a really tough question to ask honestly, because Enzo also played 90 minutes. I think that the thing is Liverpool, if they're going to, it's really game dependent, because if Liverpool are going to be 3-0 against Burnley at halftime, I could see Liverpool resting some players. But again, if they're going to be 3-0, probably you're going to get some returns from Florian Wirtz or Ekitike. Uh, if the game is going to be tight, I think that Wirtz is going to play more minutes than Enzo Fernandez, but I expect both of them to get good minutes, so that wouldn't be my consideration. He also, Florian Wirtz, played just 30 minutes in the FA Cup, so he's going to start, and his minutes usually are okay. Now, asking me which one of them is going to get more minutes, yeah, I can't really guarantee you anything. So, yeah. For Aston Villa, not too many surprises, I guess. The predicted lineup for Newcastle: Gordon, Voldemar, Barnes. So here, if you still want to take a punt on Voldemar, I mean not a punt. If you want to keep him for one more fixture, he's predicted to start. Here, again, this is not a guarantee or anything else. This is also from Brighton. With this guy, Instinctive is really good with team predictions, and that's why I advised you to not play Minte. If you still have Minte, I don't think that he's going to start based on this prediction. He could start instead of Gruda, but yeah. Who to bench out of Wilson, Gordon, DCL, or Soboslai? You need to bench one. I would start Gordon. Definitely. I would start Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I think. And between Soboslai and Wilson, yeah, I would bench Wilson. I would bench Wilson from those four, but I would try to find a way Ethan Bell to start all four of those players. Soboslai also on penalties. The last game when Soboslai is going to be on penalties probably. So I would start Gordon, DCL, and Soboslai. But yeah, Wilson is also a good option if you can play him. For Liverpool, pretty straightforward. Kerkez, Van Dijk, Konate, Frimpong, Alisson. Yeah, this is probably going to be the team. McAllister, Gravenberg, Florian Wirtz, Soboslai, Kitike, Gakpo. So yeah, hopefully Soboslai is going to play a much more advanced role against Burnley because yeah, Frimpong has to play right back. It is worth getting Thiago, or is it too late? Honestly, I thought about selling Thiago. The problem is myself I come to the conclusion that I don't want to buy Cole Palmer now, and that therefore I don't have any meaning about selling Thiago. Now I know it sounds crazy, probably hearing me talk about selling Thiago. I said it in my other videos this week. If you don't have Thiago, I don't think that I would be buying him ahead of Chelsea away. The fixtures are terrible for Brentford. I don't think that I would be buying Thiago, honestly. Especially if you have Ekitike and Haaland, I would just I just think that Ekitike is a better pick than Thiago, honestly. Now obviously he's more money than Thiago and he's not on penalties, but I think that he's a better pick than Thiago for the next two for sure. Ekitike. Hi Lazinho, thanks a lot for joining. How are you? So for Chelsea, for anyone interested, Cole Palmer is predicted to start, and that's also my opinion. I think that he's going to start. I hope that Enzo Fernandez is not going to play in that role, but I guess it's a possibility if Garnacho is also going to start. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, really happy. FPL is back. Premier League is back. I only have Haaland and Gerrard and Krupi. Krupi is okay. Krupi is okay. I wouldn't be selling Krupi anytime soon. And if you thought about selling Bowen to Thiago, yeah, I mean, no, I don't think that I would be buying Thiago if I hadn't owned him. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. The fixtures are just terrible for Brentford. It's Aston Villa away, Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, Chelsea away this game week. After that, yeah, maybe it's going to be time to buy Thiago from game week 27, 28 onwards. But Now, if I have him, I'm just going to keep him probably. For this fixture, I'm going to play him in 23. That's his best fixture probably. And after that, I don't know. I could be selling Thiago in gaming 24, honestly, if I need the money. Uh, Rossenior formation 4-3-3. Again, this was just a prediction. This was just a prediction for Chelsea. I'm not sure how Rossinior is going to line up, honestly. Um, yeah, that's it with the predictions. Happy birthday to our number 8, Enzo Fernandez. So again, finally it's Enzo Fernandez' birthday. So hopefully we can get some returns. Um, yeah, it's party time. Anyone of you suggest Mane? I think that again, Krupi and Mane are the best cheap forwards you can buy, excluding Dominic Calvert-Lewin because he's a little bit more expensive than those two. But if you have the money, if the money is not a problem for you, I think that Krupi Juniors is a better pick than Mane. Honestly, I think that again, his expected data, his statistics are much better. He's playing. He's more likely to get you goals than Mane, I think. But Mane is probably more safer for minutes. Maybe Wolverhampton also are going to have a double in game week 26, playing against Arsenal. So that's also a thing to take into consideration. So yeah, Mane, Krupi Juniors, budget forwards. I really like both of them. Yeah, okay, no news. I'm going to keep you posted. We're going to get back to this before the deadline. Hello, Dennis. Hi, Poiju. Thanks a lot for joining. Really good to see you here again. Hall, Van de Ven, Gay. Start two. I would definitely start Hall. And I will start Van de Ven. I don't think that Gay is going to start. I don't think that Gay is going to play this gaming. So yeah, I would just bench him. He's going to sign for Manchester City, but I don't think that it's going to. I don't think that it's announced yet, and therefore I don't think that Gay is going to play for Manchester City. And anyway, I think that I would bench Gay anyway. I would play Hall and Van de Ven for sure. F20. Johnson captain. I mean, yeah. He's taking Alex Volo from Twitter. He's captaining really crazy players, and I mean, yeah, that's also a way to play FPL, I guess. So, um, do you think it's worth getting in Rice for Cunha than taking a hit to get Gabriel for Saliba? Probably not. Probably not. I would not take the hit. Probably is Gabriel going to score every game week? Maybe, but other than that, there is not a big difference between Saliba and Gabriel. Just that Gabriel is better getting goals. So that's pretty much it. Uh, I would just sell Cunha to Rice if you want. To Rice, Enzo, all these players are good, even Rogers, and just make that Gabriel move next game. Probably Gabriel already rised in price last night, so yeah. So you have two transfers. You're going to play Raya Gabriel. Gabriel Alderete Chow, I would say. Saka, Enzo, Foden, Bruno Guimaraes, Wilson, Haaland, and bench Dubravka, Anderson, Krupi. I think that I would start Krupi or Bone, honestly, instead of starting Tarkovsky. That's what I would do at least. Because Tarkovsky, I think that Aston Villa are going to score in that fixture, and even if he's going to get defensive contributions, probably Aston Villa are going to score at least 2 goals. So again, it's not a great fixture for Tarkovsky, I think. I would just start Krupi or Bone, I think, instead of him. And I think that I would roll in your case, Football World, because you have Enzo already. I think that you're going to be in a great position by rolling the transfers because your team looks pretty great. In midfield, you have great midfielders. You just need to buy Bruno Fernandes, maybe in Gaming 24 or Palmer or anyone else, maybe a Krupi Juniors. But Bruno Guimaraes, Wilson, you need to play them definitely. So I would roll. I would roll with your team. Harshi, is Rhys James going to start? If yes, should I play him over Mateus Nunes or Coyote? Over Coyote for sure. Coyote is playing against Chelsea. I would not be playing him probably. I think that I would, if you have Rhys James in your team, I would start him. Now, again, would I be buying Rhys James? Probably not, because I just, I'm just not sure when he's going to start, which position he's going to start. But I think that he didn't play against Arsenal in the semi-finals, so probably Rhys James is going to start. I would say this game. Now, there's a risk there attached. I can't guarantee you that he's going to start, but probably I would start Rhys James over Mateus Nunes and Coyote. Yeah, that's what I would do if I was in your place. Foden will hat trick, give captaincy. I mean, hopefully he's going to get a hat trick for my own team. Even if I'm not going to captain him, a hat trick would help. But again, I'm not going to captain Foden, not after 5 blanks, not without knowing that he's going to get 90 minutes or even starting against Man United. So, yeah. Hi, you think Sanchez will start for Chelsea? That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't know. Rossinior, the coach of Chelsea, said that he doesn't have a number one, he doesn't have a number two. Could we see Sanchez? The thing is, I could see Sanchez playing all the games until the end of the season, or I could see Sanchez being dropped. So the thing is, if you have Sanchez, play him. If not, I wouldn't be buying Sanchez right now. Honestly, no way, no way. Hi Dennis, hi Zones, T31. Thanks a lot for joining. Really good to see you here. So who is the best instead of Tarkovsky, Krupi or Bowen? I'm not sure about the situation of Paqueta because if Paqueta is not going to play, Bowen is likely on penalties. So I would start Bowen against the Spurs. If not, I would start Krupi, Krupi Juniors. Probably Bowen, I guess. Who's the best captain out of Enzo, Gabriel, Haaland, Foden, Rogers, Voltemart? Probably Haaland. Probably Haaland. I think that after Haaland, Ekitike is probably the second best captaincy option. And that's it. I wouldn't be captaining Rogers. I wouldn't be captaining Foden, Enzo. Honestly, again, that's just what I would do, actually. I wouldn't be captaining Voldemar for sure because I don't know if he's going to play good minutes. So and no, Gabriel for me again, captaining a defender could work out. Could Gabriel score a goal? Yes, of course. Could he keep a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest away? Yes, of course. But no, I between Gabriel and Haaland, I would captain Haaland every day. So yeah, keen to Alderete and leave 2 million in the bank, or keen to Chaloba. If you want to have Chaloba long term, I think that he's the best defender to own from Chelsea. Honestly, Poeju. But if you need that money to, I don't know, buy someone like Cole Palmer, Bruno Fernandes, Saka in the future, or any other moves, then just go for Alderete, because I think that he's the best. I think that he's the best option at that price. Honestly, Alderete. I'm not sure how it's his price, 4.1 or something like that. If you need the money, go Alderete. If not, Chalobah. I think that he's better than Alderete definitely for the next six, but he's more expensive also. Should I have Krupi or Anderson as my first bench? Krupi. I think that I would go for Krupi because I think that Anderson also is going to concede against Leeds away. Hi, late Tav. Thanks a lot for joining. Morning. Don't know if to transfer in Rogers, Enzo, or Soboslai. Uh, Again, it's also really depending on your strategy. If you wildcard 24, if you plan to wildcard later, how many free transfers do you have, which problems you have in your team. But again, I assume you want to sell Cunha, right? I wouldn't buy Soboslai. No way, no way I would buy Soboslai. I have him in my team. I'm going to play him. It's a great fixture against Burnley. But if I didn't own Soboslai, there's no way I would be buying him right now because this is the last good fixture for Liverpool. And Mohamed Salah is going to be back. He's not going to be on penalties anymore. He could play also as a right back. So I wouldn't be buying Soboslai. The other two, Enzo Rogers. Now I have both of them. I have all three actually of those players in my team. Uh, I want to have Chelsea players for the next six. The fixtures are just amazing. So probably I would prioritize buying Enzo instead of Rogers first. And if you want to buy Rogers down the line, in a few game weeks time when the fixtures are going to get better for Aston Villa, even better, I mean, you can buy Rogers too. But I would buy Enzo, I think. Leitav. I think Foden, Mateusz, and O'Reilly all start. Probably those players are going to start. Yeah, that's also my prediction. I'm pretty sure Foden is going to start, but again, it's Man City. Let's see. Um, let's see. I know it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Again, I wouldn't be buying Soboslai. I would go probably for Enzo Fernandez because Enzo Fernandez is a player I will want to have. Uh, you just need to ask yourself this question: will you want to have Enzo Fernandez by gaming 24 when Chelsea are going to have four amazing fixtures? If the answer is yes, I would just be buying Enzo. That's why I bought him because nothing that's going to happen in the next two fixtures is going to change my opinion if I will want Enzo Fernandez in gaming 24 because the truth is I will want to have him in gaming 24, so that's why I bought him right now. Play Van de Ven or Senesi. I would play Van de Ven, I think. But yeah, I would play Van de Ven. Yeah, I have Palmer and Saka. Kind of want Cunha to Bruno soon, but not sure. Feels sideways, so might not need the money. But need to decide now. Pojul, for what's worth, I think that at some point you need to sell Cunha anyway. And I think that is going to be worth to make that transfer. In Gaming 24, if you want to go for Bruno, I think that that's how I would play it. That's also my plan to sell Foden probably for Bruno Fernandes in Gaming 24. Cunha is going to be a minutes risk in the future, I think. That's the only problem. Uh, Hi bro, start Stach or use one of my two free transfers for Keane, Trenil, Duardrete and bench Stach. I would just play Stach probably. Now, hopefully he's going to start, right? But I wouldn't be using one free transfer just to bench Stock. Probably that's my reasoning. Jamie. Nix, thanks a lot for joining. Who to bench? Gravenberch, Thiago, or Wilson? So bench one. It's such a tough question because Gravenberch is not a player I rate in FPL, honestly, and he's not going to get you a lot of attacking returns. And he's also playing, but he's playing against Burnley. But still, I think that Wilson and Thiago are better. Thiago is on penalty, so surely you're starting Thiago over Gravenberch, right? And then Wilson, yeah, I would be starting Wilson and Thiago and bench Gravenberch. Uh, but yeah, it doesn't feel great to have Gravenberch against Burnley at home and to bench him. I get it. Would you transfer in Ekitike, replacing Bone for -4? No, no. I don't think that I would be buying Ekitike just uh, to captain him with a -4. No, no. Just for one fixture, I wouldn't be buying Ekitike for -4. I think Handsome Ghost. If you have Haaland, just captain him. Don't need to take a -4 to captain Ekitike. That's really risky. Hi S Ford Sud. Hi Denis, start Tarkovsky or Rodon for Gaming 22. Rodon for sure. I would start Rodon. The fixture is much better. He's playing at home. Yeah, slightly better chance of a clean sheet. Both are decent for defensive contributions. Some attacking threat for Rodon. Yeah, I will be starting Rodon. I am so unsure. Can you justify who is better between Krupi and Bowen? I mean, I can justify all day long. Uh, Bournemouth, I don't know. Bournemouth are more likely to score more goals or not. Again, Krupi Juniors is going to start probably against Brighton. He's not going to get 90 minutes. That's why I think that I would go for Bowen because with Bowen you have that safety. He's going to play 90 minutes. When West Ham are scoring, Bowen is pretty much involved. And that's the other thing with Paqueta. If he's not going to be on the pitch, Bowen is going to be on penalty. So that swings it a little bit for me. I know Bowen was rubbish in the last few gamings. I know West Ham are rubbish recently. But I think that I would start Bowen for that safety over Krupi Juniors. But it's a tough call. It's a tough call. I'm not so sure how much that helped you, but I would start Bowen probably. Play Van de Ven or Alderete Senesi. I think that if you have Van de Ven, you need to start him because if not, why do you have him into your team? Basically. So that's why probably I would start Van de Ven. Senesi, I would not be starting him. I would start Van de Ven against West Ham. Crystal, thanks a lot for joining. Give me two names to replace Cunha, please. Probably the best names to replace Cunha are Enzo and Declan Rice. And maybe Rogers if you want, but probably Enzo and Declan Rice makes more sense. Who to sell, O'Reilly or Semenyo? I would rather sell O'Reilly first, probably. If you want to sell one of them, potential difference, and probably I would sell O'Reilly. Would you buy Renildo over Alderete? I don't I don't know. I mean, he's 3.8 millions, right, Renildo? If you really need that cash, then yes. But I think that Alderete is going to be better for DEFCON. And I think that Alderete is slightly the better pick. But again, he's more expensive a little bit, so 20 minutes till the deadline. Yeah, I'm just looking to see if we get any more leaks, but not yet, not yet. Yeah, no news yet. Semenyo, I'm seeing a leak about Semenyo starting, but yeah, it's not a guarantee probably. There are some rumors about Sesko and Cunha being benched, so take that as you want. Uh, Not sure when I need it, but you never know. Yeah, that's true. Again, Reinildo, I think that he's going to be getting back into that starting 11. I just think that Alderete is better because of DEFCON. I mean, Reinildo probably is going to be more attacking, but yeah. Will Semenyo start though? Yeah, I just again, you never know if Semenyo is going to start, but you don't know that O'Reilly is going to start either. I mean, you're not sure. So yeah. I'm going to let you know if we get any leaks about Semenyo starting. I'm going to let you know. But yeah, I would take that. I would better take that risk with Semenyo than with O'Reilly because with O'Reilly he's a defender. I can see Man United scoring in that game, and I just don't think that you want to have O'Reilly long term. I mean, maybe Semenyo you don't want to have him long term either, but I would sell O'Reilly first probably. Yeah, yeah. It's guys. It's looking like the rumors may be actually true. Hi, Berch Kirk. Who do I bench? So I would play Raya, Gabriel Mukiele, Van Dijk, Foden, Bruno Guimaraes, Saka, Wilson, Thiago Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. So I would play a 3-4-3 with Thiago Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. I would bench. I would bench. I think that I would bench O'Reilly and between Anderson or Lefebvre. That's tough, but that's the decision to make. Anderson from Fulham or Lefebvre. Probably I would play Lefebvre. So probably I would bench O'Reilly and Anderson in your team. Betchkirk. Start three. Foden, Bowen, Mukiele, Cash, Cherky, Anderson versus Leeds. Bearing in mind minutes risk with City and Defcon point advantage. I mean, I would start Foden for sure. Start three. Just three. I mean, just wait. Maybe we're going to get some leaks about Man City, but if I had both Foden and Cherky, I would start both, honestly. And also Cash. I think that again, you have a lot of good players there. Handsome Ghost, which I would like to start. Mukiele is okay. Cash is okay. Even, yeah, that's it. Cherky, Cash, Mukiele, Foden. From those four, I would pick three. Cash, Cherky, Foden. With Cash again, I know that Mukiele is better for Defcon than Cash, but Cash has a slightly better fixture. He's more attacking, so it's really how you see this. Let me just move to Twitter because the rumors may actually be true. Cunha, again, I'm not sure if Cunha is going to be benched, but okay, so the rumors disappeared after I. Let me just. So there's a leak about Cunha being on the bench. It could be nonsense, definitely, but this is the the lineup for Manchester United, if we agree with that league. And yeah, Mbeumo is back. Cunha is on the bench. Sesko is on the bench. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure how to take this. So yeah, this is the league. I want Thiago bench to play Van Heck. Okay, I mean, I think that I would play Thiago instead of Van Heck. Honestly, I think that Van Heck is going to concede against Burnley, but yeah. Whoa, last minute news. Uh, yeah, hopefully we can get something about Man City also. Again, I'm not sure if this source is trusted or guaranteed, but if you wanted a reason to sell Cunha, now you have it. Hi Jankster, thanks a lot for joining. Is Tarko hold? I have Gabriel Anderson, Tarkovsky, Senesi, Road on back five. What would you do? I think that Tarkovsky, you don't need to sell him now, but I think that in the future, Tarkovsky, I think that there are better defenders elsewhere, and you have pretty decent, decent defense, to be honest. Gabriel Anderson, Senesi, Rodon. Probably I would try to, I don't know, sell Tarkovsky to a Timber, to a Chaloba, maybe. Um, but you don't need to make that move now. If you can roll, probably I would just roll. Start Devaney over Cunha. I guess. I mean, okay, good. It doesn't affect me. Lol. Never owned Cunha. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. Because I owned Cunha and he got just one goal. I think in 3 fixtures that I owned. So, but again, Dorgu is starting. So, should I play Dorgu? Probably not. No, it was just a joke. I'm not going to play Dorgu. Um, yeah. Never back the early kickoff. Yeah. Surely Haaland can't do anything, right? Haaland against in the early kickoff. O'Reilly or Mukiele? I would start Mukiele, I think. Dorgu starting again is interesting. Yeah, I mean he's just going to be on the last spot on my bench forever. But if at some point I'm going to need to play him, it's good news that he's still starting with the new manager. That's good. Hi Dennis, should I start Voldemort? If I had Voldemort and you don't want to sell him, probably I would start him. But then I would, from next gaming onwards, you need to sell Voldemort for sure. But the fixture is good this gaming, so I would be tempted to risk it. 27 likes, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you enjoy it. 71% of you voted for me to play Alderete, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Crystal Palace is a mess at the moment. They lost Gay also, so I don't know. Is that going to weaken their defense that much? Probably not, but it's enough probably for me to be playing Alderete, I guess. 84 votes. Start Tavernier or Mukiele. I would be starting Tavernier. Finn Cox, just because probably he's going to be on penalties. He's a midfielder. I would be starting Tavernier, I think. Surely he loses his spot by the time the fixtures turn, I'm guessing. Yeah, probably. Will O'Reilly play 90 minutes? I don't know. I'm not even... again, it doesn't really matter what I'm saying, right, about O'Reilly. I expect him to start and have play at least 60 minutes. But the truth is, I don't know. He, in the last few gamings, he played as a number 6 for Pep Guardiola. So is Pep Guardiola not going to start Ake for the third game in a row? I find it difficult to believe. That's why I think that O'Reilly is going to start. Is he going to play 90 minutes? I don't think so, but Yeah, I don't know. O'Reilly at some point you need to sell him, but if you want to keep him for the next two, that's okay. Ekitike starts again. That was pretty much uh sure. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Any leaks I missed? There's a leak about Cunha and Sesko being on the bench for Man United, but again, it's not 100% guaranteed. I saw something also about Semenyo starting, but I don't think that's a trusted source. So yeah, not yet. We didn't get any useful leaks for Manchester City yet. United fixture as the next two looks nice. Yeah, yeah. The fixtures for United are turning a little bit. Yeah, possible, not Nepo, possible. Hey, Dennis finally caught a stream. Hi, Ibrahim. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. I mean, I'm doing the streams every week, so yeah, feel free to join us. Feel free to join us. Thanks a lot for joining. Really good to see you here again. Hey, start confirmed. I mean, I'm not sure if this is confirmed, but this source, the FPL newsletter, is pretty much trusted. So again, I think that Tiki is going to start. Gakpo starts also. So yeah, I think that it's pretty much confirmed, but I wouldn't say 100%. Okay, so let's just finish my team and then move to Twitter for the leaks. So I'm going to start Alderete. Probably Lacroix is going to score and keep a clean sheet in this fixture against Sunderland now that I'm benching him. This is going to be my bench order. Lacroix, Anderson, Dorgu. I'm going to captain Ekitike. What could go wrong? And yeah, Rogers, Enzo, Foden, Soboslai, Van Dijk, Gabriel Alderete, Raya. I think that the team looks okay. Thiago against Chelsea away. Could I start Lacroix instead of Thiago? Probably not. Probably not, right? I mean, yeah. Hey Dennis, which two do I start of Tarkovsky, Anderson, and O'Reilly? Part Goel. I think that Anderson and between O'Reilly and Tarkovsky, that's the problem there. Probably O'Reilly. Probably O'Reilly and Anderson. But hey mate, hi Hitesh Gewali, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here again. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing fine. Really want to just play O'Reilly. I've played him every week since game week 17 and it would feel horrible if I bench the big returns. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm not sure if O'Reilly is going to get a huge return against Man United, but who knows? Not that important, but Dorgu first bench and Cunha second maybe. Yeah, yeah. If Cunha is going to be on the bench, then yeah. Should I start Nick Pope or Robert Sanchez and Garner or Cherky? Uh, I would start Sanchez, I think. And in case he doesn't play, you have Pope, Denis. Should I bench Thiago for Lacroix? Probably not, right? Although I can see a 0-0 for Sunderland Crystal Palace there. No City leaks yet. Gakpo, Ekitike looks like both of them are starting. Do you know any Munoz news? Yeah, he's back in training. I don't think that he's going to start this gaming, but he should be fine for gaming 23 onwards. But again, it's Chelsea away, so probably not buying Munoz by gaming 23. Again, yeah, I think that he's back. DV. Play Anderson or Tarkovsky. I would play Anderson, I think. I could hold Keane for one more week and sell Cunha to Bruno now. Not saying I want Keane, but feels like more upside to have Bruno over Sunderland defender this week. Thoughts? Yeah, probably I would just sell Cunha to Bruno Fernandes because you're saving a transfer down the line anyway. To Liverpool defense, I am playing again. Good luck, Hitesh Gewali. This is the gaming you're going to be rewarded probably with Konate Van Dijk, right? Would you bench Bowen this week for Garner or Nico Riley? I don't think so. I definitely wouldn't bench Bowen for Garner. For Nico Riley, maybe, but Bowen could be on penalties. Bowen could be on penalties if Paqueta. Honestly, I don't know what's the situation with Paqueta. I don't know if he's going to start or not. But if Bowen is on penalties, I would play Bowen. Captain Haaland, otherwise people will regret soon. Yeah, again, I know that this is a big a huge risk to not captain Erling Haaland, but yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. If you want to go safe, I think that Haaland is the best captaincy option and the safest captaincy option. But yeah, I would captain Ekitike if I had him. Good luck. Thanks a lot with Arsenal as well. Mine defense from Liverpool rewarded. Yeah, nice. Hitesh Gewali. We're both on the hacky boat, Dennis. If we sing together. Yeah. I'm not so sure how many other content creators are going to captain Ekitike, honestly, but it is what it is. Cunha brace incoming. Donnarumma, Haaland, Doku, Semenyo set to start at Old Trafford. Now, does that mean Cherky could be benched again? I'm not sure. I think that Andy Martin also is captaining Ekitike, so I feel a little bit more confident about that. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for joining. Make sure you lock in your teams because we are. Yeah, we are locked in. We are locked in. Gaming 22 deadline is done. This was my team. I'm captaining Ekitike. What could go wrong? Good luck, everyone. If you're leaving the stream, um, we're going to wait to see the team for Manchester City, to see the team sheets, and then yeah. Thanks a lot for joining. If you're leaving, by the way, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. Thanks a lot for joining me. today. Good luck this game week and have a nice weekend. We're going to move to Twitter now to see any leaks. 50 minutes, we should get the teams. Uh, Thanks, Dennis. Good luck. Good luck, Tunde, Monehin. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Have a nice week. Yeah, doesn't read good for Foden. Yeah, I guess. Weekends are meant to be for relaxing, and here FPL is giving me hard problems. Man, you need to be relaxing a little bit. Potential difference. I mean, again, I'm a Liverpool fan, so my heart probably is not in the right place. I would say, watching Liverpool for the last 10 years or so. But I understand. I understand. Fun Saturday of footy. To be fair, yeah, a lot of games. Man City, Liverpool. What could go wrong, right? Um, Feels bad. Feels bad benching Lacroix. Not going to lie. I'm an Arsenal fan. Yeah, yeah. I guess you're in the same boat. I guess we're in the same boat. What do you think Arsenal will win this season? What do I think Arsenal will win? I mean, if they're going to win something, surely they're going to win the Premier League, right? I mean, they have a nice chance also in the Champions League, but we saw Liverpool uh, being on the first place in the Champions League last year and then being battered by PSG. Now, that was an unlucky draw, to be honest, but still, in the Champions League is going to be a little bit more harder, I think. I still think that Arsenal are favorites to win the Premier League. Now, are they going? Man City, honestly, buying Semenyo and Margay, it's a huge statement. Again, they lost Guardiola, they lost Ruben Diaz, so it made some sense to buy Gay, but I think that's going to improve Man City defense a little bit. Nothing is the history of the Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, again, if Liverpool are not going to win the Premier League, I don't really care that much who's going to win, but let's see. Let's see. Uh, for what's worth, I think that they deserve a Premier League title for all the last 2, 3 years where they were that close, but yeah. In hindsight, I would like Nico Riley first bench, probably. Yeah. How many times have I heard this in the past years that Arsenal look the favorites to win the league title? Probably a lot. Now, I think that this season more than in the other season, they really have a lot of good players. They have a big squad depth. If they Arsenal are not going to win this year, then I don't know what's going to happen. Surely Arteta has to win something this season. I would say because at the end of the day, Arsenal spend a lot of money. Let's be honest, and they need something to show for it. I think. Okay, so everybody bought Tavernier. It seems everybody sold Cunha. Ben Krellin, Cunha to Enzo. Yeah, pretty good team. Pretty good team. Nobody's captaining, right? Ekitike, just me. Cool. Very cool. I feel like this could go horribly wrong, but yeah. Okay, Florian Wirtz captain on the timeline. That's a win. That's a win. Okay, so I guess no leaks. Uh, it seems I'm the only person never to have owned Cunha and Thiago this season. Probably. I mean, both of them, Cunha and Thiago. Probably you're the only one who didn't own Cunha and Thiago. Cunha, okay. It's good that you didn't own him, but Thiago, yeah, smashed it in the last two game weeks. Nobody could have predicted that. So it is what it is. Um, oh. If I can get another green arrow, that would be amazing. After huge red arrows in the last, I mean, not in the last two, but before that. Um, yeah, but for me at least, I never owned Thiago. The people who sold him right before the horse for Ekitike, those are the big. Yeah, yeah, so unlucky. I mean, it was unlucky because maybe if I was in that situation, with the only route for me to buy Ekitike by selling Thiago, probably I would have done it. Probably I would have done it, but since I also thought that uh, I also thought that Thiago was going to be a decent pick, and I wanted to sell Mateta first to Ekitike. That's why I kept Thiago. So I feel for all those people who sold Thiago for Ekitike. Biprotapa, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Good luck. Good luck this game week. Have a nice weekend. Hopefully you're doing fine. We're just going to wait to see the leaks. I mean the team for Manchester City, and then we're going to call it a day for today. Thanks a lot for joining. So Harry also bought Tavernier, it seems, and Thiago. Okay, that's kind of weird. How long till lineups? 5 minutes, I think, right? 5 minutes. Bro, at last I have Captain Beards after thinking too much. Good luck, Varis Manji, good luck. Last week was a big red for me, hoping good returns from this. All the best to you. Thanks a lot, Varis Manji. Good luck this gaming, and have a nice weekend. Yeah, the lineups are going to come real soon. Let's go to. Probably we're going to get some leaks, right? Any minute now. Uh, or maybe not. Yeah, this year the leaks haven't been great, to be honest, and I don't mind it. I guess, yeah, a lot of people who are not capable of being here until the deadline are missing the leaks, and maybe it's not fair to them, but yeah. Three minutes. I just hope Foden starts at least. Okay, we're still waiting. Um, Let me just see. Can I see my team or yeah, it's updating. I wanted to show you my team for next gaming, but yeah, it's not possible now. Mateus Nunes is absent from the Man City squad against Manchester United. Okay. That's interesting, I guess. Liverpool should sack Slot and hire Chubby. Yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe in the summer or something like that. I don't think that Arne Slot is going to leave before that, but who knows? Definitely, Xavi's possibility. Mateus Nunes is not in the Man City squad. Okay. Okay, so show us the team. Show us the team. Yeah, O'Reilly's on the bench. O'Reilly's on the bench, so yeah, really weird. Rico Lewis is playing. Oh my God, Nathan Ake is playing the third game in a row. Foden is starting. Semenyo is starting. Cherky is on the bench. Yeah, pretty much that's it. I mean, at least Foden is starting. Whoa, Lick was right. Yeah. Oh, also Cunha is on the bench. Okay. So Cherky O'Reilly benched, Foden and Semenyo are starting. And for Manchester United, oh no, Cunha and Sesko. Yeah, okay, really interesting. I really thought that uh, Cunha was going to start, honestly, but yeah, the league was right. Yeah, thank you. Perfect lineup for me. Yeah, no problem. I just with O'Reilly we didn't get any leaks. I just wasn't sure he was going to start. So yeah, it's just thank you, Dennis. You're the goat. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I didn't do anything, guys. Thoughts on selling Foden? I'm going to sell Foden after he's going to play against Wolverhampton in Game 23. Then yeah, I'm going to sell him probably for Bruno Fernandes or anyone, Cole Palmer, I don't know. But I'm going to keep him for Wolves, and yeah, that's it pretty much. Then I'm going to sell. Uh, so yeah, okay. For me, perfectly fine that Cunha is not starting, O'Reilly is not starting, Cherky is not starting. For me, these benchings are really good because I don't have them in my team. Sorry if you have these, and yeah, it's not helping you. But yeah, thanks a lot for joining. This was my team for this gaming. What a start to FPL. Yeah, let's go. Thank God I own Bruno now. Yeah, good. Good luck, Poi Jul. Thanks a lot for joining Potential Difference, Biplov Tapa, Not Nepo, Waris Manji. Thanks everyone who joined the stream. Really appreciate it. Good luck, everyone. This gaming. Really hope that you're going to smash it. I have started Cunha. Could have started Shade. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Waris Manji. Again, let's see. Let's see how it's going to turn up. We don't know yet. Let's see how this gaming is going to finish. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining. Good luck this gaming. Hopefully, you're going to smash it. And yeah, have a nice weekend. FPL is back, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye. Take care.